Guys, Antics here, and welcome back to the wonderful world of Project Ozone number 2. I've got a lot to show you once again. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is I have to take this off peaceful and go back into normal. Now the reason it sometimes isn't peaceful is because sometimes having a shit ton of entities on a blood moon when I'm sitting inside and I'm not in any danger will make my frame rate just drop like a stone. Whenever I'm recording, whenever I'm actually outside, I put it on normal just so, you know, it's like authentic and I don't actually die, so I have to prove that I'm actually MLG at this game. But anyway, guys, before I go outside and prove that I'm MLG, which I'm probably actually not even going to do, so I don't know why I said that. Just kind of had to go with it once I started saying it. I've got several things to show you guys. The first is I have made some speed upgrades. Now, speed upgrades are pretty easy to make. They have Electrum Nuggets, which is just gold and silver, Invar, which is just something and something, it's iron and something else, and pyrotheum dust, which is actually the hardest thing to make. So pyrotheum dust, as you guys can see, is pulverized coal, sulfur, which you get from creepers or from nether ore, blaze powder, which you get from sieving, I think sand it is, or you get it from killing blazes, and then you get those blaze rods, which I didn't actually do, I just got it from sand. And redstone. Now redstone was obviously the easiest because I've got a shit ton of redstone plants, so I'll be showing you what progress I made on that, and let me give you a hint. It's a lot. But anyway, guys, that gives us a speed upgrade. So voila! That is 1/3 of our quest done. Next up, we've got 2 automatic sieves. I'm not just going to be making one, I'm going to be making 2. And third, I've got the fortune upgrade, which is just, these all were really pretty easy to make. Once you get your first kind of ores, you could actually do this way quicker than I did. So what we're going to want to do is click here to start, go like that, and go into alpha, and as you guys can see, I've got 2 completed quests. The first is, of course, the automatic sieve, in which I get a bunch of stuff, and the second is Hemp Seeds. Now, Hemp Seeds you get, they're actually kind of hard to get. I was kind of surprised, but basically you bone meal grass blocks, and it'll make a bunch of grass, and you basically have to hit that grass until you get some bone meal. Now, sometimes it is very hard to get bone meal, and I mean not to get bone meal, to get hemp seeds, just because there's so many seeds that can drop from it. So I actually spent like a good 20 bone meal getting it. But anyway, guys, this will give you an engineer's manual, some reward bags, and it kind of sets you off on your first start into engineering and machines. Now I've done some other stuff, just kind of prep myself for it, and I think today we're either going to go over like starting this layout, I don't really know, but one of the things that I've also made to go along with these automatic sieves is 2. Jeez Christ, my FPS is like 1 right now, so I'm actually going to pop it back into peaceful mode. I hope you guys don't mind, but it really just helps my FPS in the long run anyway. Maybe not just at the start, but anyway, guys, what I've got here is Stirling generators. Now Stirling generators basically just take a solid block and basically burn that to create RF. Now I just had a bunch of sulfur left over, and sulfur is really easy to find. You get it from killing demons from creepers. I don't know why I said demons. Or you can get it in the nether and there's just a bunch of sulfur ore lying around. It gives you a crap ton. So I had a crap ton of sulfur ore, and I didn't really even mine sulfur ore, so that's why I am using sulfur to kind of power up my Stirling generators. Now I only got 1 left, so maybe like popping in some pyrotheum dust or something like that. But I also have to show you guys some covers. So just because I'm going to have a lot of wires running through my compound, or my little underground base, which I forgot to tell you guys, I just basically did all of this off camera. This is like the midway point in our underground base. So we're going to have another one of these rooms over here. We're going to have this room for power and machines, and then over here is going to be the other room under the other farm. And so our little underground bunker is kind of like 2/3 complete, at least the first level. I can go even deeper because I'm on a pretty solid, deep skyland, so I can pretty much go deeper, make a bunch more rooms, maybe even make an entire second floor. I don't really know yet, and I guess we'll see. But anyway, guys, how you make these is basically you put down your polished stone bricks. I'm talking about the covers and the panels. You put your saw over here. You'll make the stone brick slabs, which then you can put into here, and you'll basically cut it down in the slabs into panels, into panels, which then you can put into covers. Now it is pretty easy to put these things down. Basically you can go like this, and voila, you got panels. And as you guys can see under here, it may look like there is just blocks when you're looking at from this direction, but as you guys can see, it's completely empty under here. And if you do take out these blocks underneath like this, you can actually just create a panel like that. So really, if you were putting something in the roof or something, you could basically completely conceal the wires, which is something that I'm probably going to have to do, because instead of having our big water tank that's going to sprinkle the entire foam, we're actually going to use aqueous accumulators, which is a machine that basically creates or gathers water somehow, and we're going to use that to actually power the sprinklers and hike up our growth of our plants. And we're also going to have harvesters up there, so we're probably going to have a lot of wires in the ceilings leading up to the farms, which is part of the reason why I built this. I'm under the farm, I've got easy access to all the machines and wiring and stuff like that. Another thing that you guys may have noticed is the seed storage. Now, seed storage is really just a cool way to store your seeds. As you guys can see, I have a crap ton of redstone, or basically just redstone plants, and you can basically have these guys by growth, gain, and strength. And as you guys can see, I've got some pretty powerful plants. I've got a 9 growth, 10 gain, and 7 strength plant, and the only two that actually matter in this is growth and gain, because there are no weeds for it to fight against. As you guys can see over here, I basically created 10, 10, 10, 10, 8, 10, 10, and there's a couple actually 10 all around 10s in here. So I basically maxed out the entire redstone area, and just from this little patch of it, it's really not that much. I could honestly easily have spread all of these plants, now that I got the 1010s, to this entire area if I had the redstone ore to do so. And from this little area, I get usually around a stack to a stack and a half of redstone just when I go through and right click it. These things grow extremely fast, and honestly, it's going to be a great way to get ores and to get redstone, which is actually one of the things that's really hard to get in this mod pack. Redstone is kind of a crux for a lot of people, and also one of the cool things over here is I've also got my gold stick, our gold seeds, up to 546s and a 656. So these things are about half of this, and that's literally just from these 2 plants and doing it for maybe like half an hour or an hour. It is really not hard to level up your seeds, especially if you're just kind of focusing on it. And I just kind of proven that and done it, and I think it's really going to pay off on the long run, because I'm going to have just untold amounts of stuff. So I made all the automatic sieves, and I made all the fortune and speed upgrades. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put down these sieves. Not even sure how this works. I didn't do any research beforehand, but I think that's how it works. And as you guys can see, yes it is. We've got some RF coming into here. So now I can put, shoot, I don't think I have any sand or anything in the base. Maybe I do. Let's just check our massive loot chest. I guess we could do dirt and just see how fast it is, but I want to do something useful. And if I'm missing something, just sorry. Ooh, we could actually do dust. We've got 50 dust, which was I made the dust because we need clay for a coke brick oven, which is one of the next steps in Immersive Engineering. But as you guys can see, we can just put this into here, and very, very slowly at the start, we will turn this into whatever it is. And this is really awesome because it means that I don't actually have to pick stuff up. It can just go into here, and as you guys can see, we get skystone dust, Certus quartz dust, powder aluminum ore, and all that from 1 dust, which is really awesome. Now this is really, really slow. The way you speed it up, obviously, is you just put in some speed upgrades. You can also put in some fortune upgrades to get more stuff out. So let's just look at this. Boom. That actually wasn't that great, but as you guys can see, got 4 fortune upgrades in here, and basically I just leave this going over time, and it would create a bunch of stuff for me. Already got 5 iron, copper, tungsten ore, all that cool stuff, but I am already running out of power. Holy crap. So I need to go into here, probably grab some more sulfur if I have any around. I've got 4 right there and a shit ton right there. I'm not sure if this is the same sulfur dust, because this is sulfur dust that you actually get from creepers, and this is sulfur dust you get from other stuff. But it does have the exact same burn time, so I'm hoping that it will be similar. So I can put these guys into here, and yes, I can. It's actually going to be creating RF at a slower pace than the single sieve is using it. So as you guys can see, we're going to need to really boost up our power production, because it's basically going as fast as it can produce it, and these things aren't going to boost. So I kind of knew that the Stirling generators weren't going to be able to power it very quickly, and of course having all these fortune and speed upgrades also ups the power intake. So, you know, it is what it is, and it's just kind of the basis of what we're going to be doing pretty soon. So that's really cool, at least in my opinion it is, and I can also just place a crap ton of covers and completely cover this area up and make it really look very nice and professional. So you can go like that. Not sure what I can do right here. I don't think I can do anything right there. Oh yes, I actually can. So I think I can go this. It's a little bit hard just because I can hardly see what I'm doing. I probably should have done this before I actually laid down the wire, which is something that I recommend you do. Just lay down the wire first and then do it. But anyway, we're actually just going to go into here. Hit up this guy. And go like this. And as you guys can see, you can still kind of see it and stuff like that. But I guess I don't know how I would fix this. But I'll go through here, make this look better. another time, because really this is just kind of the base. And as you guys can see, we've already got some Ozone more stuff like that, and it is kind of slow, but if you get a good process up and running with a lot of upgrades, it can really just kind of boost everything, and you'll have an unlimited supply as long as you actually just go long enough time. Anyway, guys, so that is the redstone seeds covered. The gold seed covers. I'm currently in the stages of getting better wheat, because I think wheat is something that's very important for a lot of cooking. I don't know. I'm just doing it. My melons are already pretty good. That was my kind of first attempt, so it really wasn't. I didn't know what I was doing that much, so these actually took me a lot longer to get to 4 or 5s to get to 10 10s over there. And I've got a couple seeds over there, I think I already mentioned, that are full 10s, not that it actually matters in the spot pack. So let's go into the quest book. We've got our hemp seeds, and now we actually have to plant our hemp. Now, I have no idea where I put this hemp seed, because I got it a while ago. Well, I say a while ago, not that long ago. And I'm also going to check in what these crafting stations are. I don't know. So we're actually going to look for hemp seeds right now. And the way we're going to do that is just, typical old inventory trick. You go like this, triple click, or is it double click? I don't even know, and just look for it, because, jeez, I would never find it in all this stuff. And I've kind of almost abandoned, it might be actually in one of these chests. I think it is. Yeah, there we go. We got some hemp seeds. And we're going to go plant these. Now, I do not know if these actually use the crop sticks, because it's a completely different mod. This is Immersive Engineering, and I'm not sure if it is compatible with it, but you know what, we're just going to go up there and see. And in a little bit, I'm not really sure, but we have to make most of the machines. Basically, what we have to do next is make a coke oven, get a bunch of stuff, and we also have to make basically all the machines. So, got myself a little crop stick. I got some dandelion yellow also, and we're going to put this over here, and we're just try planting it. And actually, yes, we do have to put it in our thing. So that's actually pretty awesome. And as you guys can see, ooh, fuck, I just hit that. I'm too lazy to go pick that up. Okay, my mistake. I thought I could just hit the top of this, because like with sugarcane or cactus, but I guess you just have to right click it. As you guys can see, I've got some industrial hemp fiber. So what we're actually going to do is just, I don't need really any of these seeds anymore. I've made all the important stuff. So we're going to go over here. How good is that seed? Shit. And we are going to crossbreed all this stuff and get a bunch of hemp seeds out of it. So don't need any of these. Just need the crop sticks so I can get all this stuff. So there we go. Eventually, over time, this will just spread. Of course, using bone meal, which I have an absolute crap ton. Because basically what I was doing when I was getting this redstone and gold stuff and the wheat stuff is basically I would plant seeds, mine them during the day, and do some other stuff, get ready to make all that stuff on camera, or on in my video. I'd get ready to make all those machines, and then while doing that, like it'd turn night, it'd be a blood moon where I couldn't sleep, and I'd just go outside and kill a bunch of skeletons and stuff like that. And it's really, really awesome. And one of the things that I actually did is I wanted to see how far I could get with my Ardite pickaxe. What I got to was the skill level awesome, which is past Grandmaster, which is past Legend, which is past all this stuff. And basically what I got was a Ardite pickaxe with around 1,695 durability, or around that. Yeah, it's exactly that, actually. Effective durability of 2,108. The stone modifier is 67. The mining speed is 38. The modifiers remaining are 5, because a lot of these things gave you, oh, you can add an extra modifier now. I haven't actually added any extra modifiers because I don't really need to. I've already got an emerald on it, I've already got redstone on it, I've already got a moss ball on it, I've already got a diamond on it, and I've already got lapis. So basically what I would do next with this, if I really wanted to make it the biggest, coolest pickaxe, would I would get a better pickaxe head, but I would also, what was I going to say? I would also add just a crap ton of redstone. And with my redstone farm, which I'm going to show you guys how much I just get from one plant. So this is a 10-10-10 plant, and I right click it, and I get 4 redstone for it. Right click this one, I get 8. So basically, the max amount that you can get per plant is 4 redstone, but these things will grow back incredibly fast. And if I automated this process, I would pretty much have unlimited redstone. And as you guys can see, I've gotten to 64, there's a little bit of redstone. So I think the maximum yield from this is actually a stack and 4, which is a little bit annoying because I wish it was a stack and that's it. But you can't have everything. And I'm actually going to just kind of toss this redstone on the ground. I don't need it. I can literally just bone meal up these things with my massive amount of bone meal. And as you guys can see, this thing went from 28% to 85% in a matter of seconds. So I'm never going to be hurting for redstone. Now I am going to go pick it up, most of it, because I would hate to waste that. But it's really cool. And once you get to this level, it really doesn't matter. And I hopefully am going to be getting the diamonds and gold, but I really don't need to right now. I'm kind of set for metals until I start making all these machines, which are probably going to be very metal intensive. So we got a bunch of sulfur dust, as you guys can see. This is just from killing creepers during the night. I'm going to put this over here, 32 in here, and this should kind of power my automatic sieve for a while. We're also going to put about half of this dust into the next one, and blah, blah, blah. Now this thing is probably going to be super slower, and as you guys can see, the energy level doesn't really drop because I don't have any of this stuff in there, and it's just going to give me some great stuff. So we're going to look over here, and this is I think like half a stack of stuff, so you get a bunch of aluminum ore, some glowstone, some redstone, some skystone, a little bit of tungsten, lead, platinum, osmium, all this stuff. Not that much of stuff, because 4 of these make one, ore thing, which actually makes 2 ingots, but still, it's a sizable amount if you literally just put it up and automate the system, because you can make a automatic cobble gen, which I never did. I don't know why. I'm probably going to make it very soon. Make an automatic cobble gen, then put on a thing that breaks that cobble, then puts it into gravel, and then sieves that gravel, and then you've got basically unlimited supplies. Now, you could also do that with a harvester and plants, which is what I'm probably going to do because I have seen more returns off of that, and I also just spent a lot of time on it because I love farming. Farming's always been fun to me in these games, and I don't know, I just like it. But anyway, guys, what do we do next from this point? So we've made our very first machines. We've got a small power source up and running, and now it's time to go even farther into Immersive Engineering. As you guys can see, there is a whole bunch of quests to do with Immersive Engineering. The first one is a coke oven. Coke brick is how you make the coke oven, and that takes clay, brick, and sandstone. So that's why I've got a bunch of clay in my inventory right over here. I kind of spent a little bit of time to get those going, and what you're going to be making with that is treated wood planks. And I'm not entirely sure, I haven't done my research yet on this, but yes, it's just a bucket of creosote oil surrounded by wood, or just a bottle of creosote oil, which actually, interestingly enough, it gives you 3 of them. What you can do next after that is steel production. So basically you need steel for a lot of things, like, so you're going to need a blast furnace, and that is made using bricks, nether bricks, and blaze powder. So that's actually going to be quite an endeavor, and I'm looking forward to it. So Enchanting Table, I have to make an Enchanting Table. That's just a book, obsidian, and diamond, so I can actually do that right now. And one of the things that I found is I'm not hurting for diamonds. I actually have a crap ton of diamonds. Obsidian is harder to get than diamonds, even though it's really not that hard to get. It's just kind of more laborious, because you'll just be going along in the nether, which is where I went to level up my pickaxe, and you'll just come across diamond ore. And really that pickaxe trip where I just literally put a tool forge down, grabbed a bunch of ardite, and leveled up my pickaxe to see where I could get. I'm just going to leave it on peaceful for right now. I don't need any mobs to spawn, and I could deal with them easily. The only threat to me really is like a John Cena coming in and blowing up my base. So it's actually happened over here, if you guys can't tell. For some reason, I was just chilling in here and creepers blew up, which is part of the reason I've actually moved down to my underground base. For some reason, it's a lot safer. So we're going to make this vanilla Minecraft thingy, and then we're going to end this episode. And I'm really excited for the future, guys. I don't know if you guys are. I don't know how much of you guys are following on to this series. I really don't kind of pay attention to that. I interact with my fans that comment on this video. I tweet it out occasionally, but I'm not doing it to get views. If I wanted to get views, there's a very simple formula. You go follow a bunch of people, you plug your stuff, you send it to them. Alright guys, for some strange reason, my recording cut out, but I'm back. Don't know what happened. It's kind of actually really weird. I recently fixed the dimension issues on my videos, and of course, as soon as I did that, something else had to go wrong. But we're going to continue making our vanilla enchanting table is the word for it, and we are going to then end the episode maybe after that. Actually, having the episode kind of just abruptly stop actually made me look at the time. We're only at 18 minutes, but you know, trying to keep these shorts. For some reason, I get so carried away in the game. I've actually been going to like 25, which not good, but also, you know, it's more for you guys to watch if you want to. So what I'm looking for right now is I've actually found it is a book, because for some reason I don't have any books around, and we're gonna make a vanilla crafting table. So one of my actual questions is, can you apply? So I've got 12 levels right now, and I'm I wonder if I can actually apply enchantments to my cleaver and stuff like that, because I think that would actually be insane, because these things are already literally 22 attack damage, 11 hearts, lapis and quartz are already on it. It already steals life from me, so if I could put on like a smite or unbreaking or something like that, that would be actually insane. So I'm hoping I can. I do not know if I can, but one can hope. And thinking about it, I should also move these survivalist generators down to the other area, just so they can generate a little bit more power. So we're actually going to put this in here, and I could also put stuff on here. And unfortunately, no, you can't actually put stuff on here, which is really disappointing. Maybe it has to be completely, no, okay. Well, this is disappointing. I don't really know what I'm going to use this enchantment table for, but I did waste a bunch of stuff on it. And we're going to take a quick look at the engineer's manual. So update news, I'm not even going to look at that, but overview and resources. So holy crap, there is a lot here, and this is a very in-depth mod. So in the next few episodes, I will be completing my farm, completing the underground base. Apologies, I am still in peaceful, because I just want to kind of get through this video, show you guys without having to deal with every single freaking creeper on the map. So we're going to be continuing the base. It's going to become symmetrical. I'm going to have another entrance over there for the other part of it. Probably going to have to move the ender portal. Yeah, definitely going to have to move the ender portal. These two sides are actually going to be completely symmetrical. I've already started the process, as you guys can see. I just think that's a kind of a cool idea to do. We're going to get rid of this water tower, add some aqueous accumulators, run some wires and stuff like that, and get really in depth with the engineering mod and with stuff like that. I'm going to be putting my blast furnace and my coke oven right out here in between the two areas, which I think is really cool. Probably going to lay down a little bit of brick just to make it look okay. And I'm really looking forward, because the compound is shaping up. The tower, I think, is fair to say that that is put on the back burner, and my little compound over here has really kind of taken the center spotlight, because honestly, I freaking love it. It looks so cool. So we got the awesome farm up over here, and then we got a nice little entrance that I don't think I've even fixed that leads into a pretty cool room. I'm gonna have to, you know, style this a little bit more, put in some better lights, because I think the torches in the middle of the floor kind of ruin it. Go into here, you got some nice seed storage over here. I'm actually gonna have to put another seed storage right here so it is symmetrical. Otherwise that's gonna really annoy me. We're gonna have some machines up here. Now the top is dirt. I'm not sure if I want to keep that as dirt or add like another layer of polished wood stuff or oak planks or something like that. I don't really know. But right now I'm really happy with how it looks, and it's only gonna get better from here. I've already started on the second level. If you guys can tell right through here, there's a polished stone brick covers and stuff like that, which are covering up the start of the second area, just because I didn't want to deal with monsters coming out from a dark, unlit, dark room. But I'm really excited to play this. I spent a lot of off time on this, getting stuff ready, and it's just gonna be so much awesome. So one of the things that we have to do next is get all the coke oven and stuff like that. But we also need get stuff like the crusher. I can never tell because that stupid backpack thing is in the way, but I think this is what I want. No, crusher control, crusher. There we go. Mechanism, or yeah, I guess it's a mechanism thing. We're gonna have to make some mechanism stuff. We're gonna have to make some other stuff, but this needs steel casing, so we're actually gonna have to make a blast furnace for that. But we need a crusher to crush things, and it's just gonna be cool. We need an induction smelter to make a bunch of cool different alloys and stuff like that our tinkers then can't make, or it's just too complicated to make. And overall, there's just so much more content to look at. I've pretty much not finished agricraft, but reached a reasonable level of competence with agricraft. Now it's just basically kind of the grindy part of, you know, getting up your seeds to the best place that they can be, and the whole thing of making a bunch of different ores and stuff like that and replacing it. But agricraft is basically underway and almost finished. So as you guys can see, we're actually up to growth 7, which is actually fantastic. So this is growth 6, this is growth 5, so we're gonna actually replace this. Jesus Christ, my inventory gets so full. I'm gonna place it right down here, and as you guys can see, I'm also getting gold while I'm doing this, which is absolutely awesome. But that is just so fun. I love this mod. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time, and I really hope you enjoy this. Leave a like if you do, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.